Bing dong, bing bong. I blink a couple of times and stretch my arms and legs as I get up from my desk. Miss Brockling really knows how to make 40 minutes feel like 80. Well, at least it's time to practice painting. For real, for real. For real, real? Wait, no. Attican roped me into the photo shoot. Can't practice painting, can't get good at anything. Why is it every time I try to actually improve, something like this happens? At this rate, I'll never get good enough to get a real following. Oh, I haven't gotten to actually have a whole afternoon to practice at all. Still, there's no way in hell I'm missing this. I ended up meeting with Ben and Ideken right as he was locking his classroom. While our teacher made the assignment, internship, apprenticeship, while he had made it all sound simple, I was still subjected to some paperwork. Something about a liability waiver or something. You know, in case something happens to us, like a surprise attack by 5 teenagers in multicolored spandex. Wonder if that happens often. We still filled the form out as the instructor gave an overview of just what exactly Ben and I would be doing. There's a few structures out here, save for one of the edge of the cliff. Ben's the first one out of the cramped car with an armful of telescoping black stands. I follow his example, unloading the vehicle. Just put that on him, I guess. It don't matter. Alright, you two, you remember what you're doing tonight? Yes, sir. After we set up a photo station in the corner of the hall, we'll be taking turns, walking the reception, taking pictures of the guests. Perfect. I'll be with the wedding party the entire time. So if you need me, just look for the gaggle of similarly dressed women screeching and you'll find me. He grins as he helps carry the last of the lightest equipment from the truck. Remember, this is actual work, so be polite, be efficient, but most importantly, Ben and I sit upright at attention, ready for any order our teacher will give us. Have fun. But trust me, the clients will appreciate it more. Finally finished with the unloading, I inhaled the mixed aroma of ocean and flowers. While I find the scent energizing, Ben seems to have the exact opposite reaction. His brows pinch together in disgust as he tries in futility to fan away the air with one hand while covering his nose with the other. I think I'm gonna be sick I think I'm gonna be this sick one next with this weather. At least the view's great. That it is, yeah. Mr. Ideken leads us through a small garden out front and into the reception hall. It's a spacious wedding tent adorned with all sorts of flora and high-end lighting, keeping the place warm and lit. Okay, you guys know how to sit up here. I'm gonna get to business. Yes, sir. He leaves us, stepping into the ongoing ceremony with a primed camera and tripod. Ben and I exchange a single glance before we both resign ourselves to the daunting task. First on the list is the telescopic stands for the cameras. From experience, it doesn't take us too long to get those in place. Next are the reflectors and strobe lights, all packed in heavy cases and that have to be hauled inside. By my third case, I'm already exhausted. Shoot, I thought gym class would have me prepared for this. Bleh. My phone buzzes, might as well take a breather. Opening up the notification, I discover it's from Olivia. Hey, Shades. Hey, Olivia, you got service back. And I'll put in his profile picture. Oh, I lied about that. Saw you leave with Ideken after school. What's up with that? I'm helping him with a wedding photo shoot. You? At a wedding? Did Ideken give you a better jacket for it? No. My jacket is fucking stylin'. It is ballin'. So where at? Teach said it was at some place called Clarkson Lookout on the way over. Wait, really? That place has such a scenic view. Has a bunch of scenic views. If you see any good landscape shots, take one for me. Sure, if I get the time. No, do it now. Calm your tits. That's a reaction image, if there ever was one. Cute and threatening message received. Well, geez, this is as good a spot as any. The sun's starting to set, so it does make for some pretty nice atmosphere. Maybe Olivia wants to paint another landscape. In the distance, I see a few sailboats and yachts. Further beyond a freighter or two, the seas sure are crowded these days. I take the picture and send it over to Olivia. Thanks. I can't picture thanking me like that in reality. The thought alone of her doing something in so sweet a manner. Echo, this thing weighs like 80 pounds. I'm not doing all the work. Alright. I let my camera hang loose around my neck while assisting Ben with setting up the last of the standing reflectors. Did I take that picture with my phone or with the camera? I guess my phone. Maybe there's a feature that I don't buy cameras or anything. I don't know anything about it, but it'd be a cool feature if, like, you could just, well, no, if you could just automatically just transfer what's on the camera to your phone. You know what I mean? To another device. You know what I mean. Setting up meant not only the cameras, but a large chunk of the incomplete decor prep. Which meant carrying out loads and loads of heavy cases, loaded with strobes, reflectors, cloth sheets, and so many telescoping pole stands. Following his instructions, Ben had set up a small red carpet path leading to a glamour shot station. I think some of this should be up to other people to get done. Yeah, I think he was right about the child labor, my God. And meanwhile, I was finishing making sure the marked out spots within the room had the right combination of flash strobe and or reflector. By the time our teacher had come back, I had just placed the final light in position. As guests start walking down Ben's handmade path, I skirt along the edge with my borrowed high-end camera. Whatever. You probably heard it. The camera clicks. The DSLR's clicks are muted compared to the chattering guests. I guess that's the point of why it was so quiet. And while I think I managed to catch some decent shots, I'm really just not feeling it today. Is something wrong with me? And voila! Ben was having a much easier time working at the makeshift studio we'd built in the corner. Couples would simply walk up and stand before the backdrop of the massive window to the cliffside and ocean. And Ben had the brilliant idea to not only set up Idacken's loaned camera, but also his own, so he'd capture the couples from 2 angles at once. He looked happy with each and every shot he took, and the people always chatted him up right after. And here I am doing my best not to scowl as I look over the blurry shot I had messed up. Blurry because my hands are shaking. This phone fixes that when I take the photo. Like, you can see it kind of cleared up right as it happens. Like, it stabilizes it, you know? You would think these expensive cameras could maybe do something like that as well if the only problem is your hands moving around a little bit. Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just what I think would be the case. I guess I'm nervous, and maybe he's shaking real hard. I hadn't noticed till now that my main messaging app had been going off. So is it going well? Hardly. I think Ben's turning it into a competition. Are you winning? No, not really. Beat him for me, ooh. That wasn't a real message. I try to ignore my phone for now. I don't think anything will calm my nerves at this point. That feeling of anxiety only grows as time marches on. I can't seem to get any one picture just right, and Ben zooming around as efficiently as he isn't helping. Well, that's not all. Olivia's messages are just throwing me off. Just break his flashing stick thingy, lol. Then his pics will be super dark. How out of date is Olivia to think we still use flash pans? Is that the thing that you hold up? And those old-timey things? Those old-timey pictures? Or lock him in a bathroom or something. I don't think that's sportsmanlike or legal. Oh, I just remembered I need another pic. Can you try shoving him into the wedding cake and taking a pic of him smashed on the floor? I need it for research. Muse. That. Do it for me. Come on, that's just violent. Just barely within my peripheral vision, I spot a perfect shot of an older couple, the parents of the groom, I believe. There's a good chance. I bring the borrowed camera up, look through the viewfinder and see that the parents have already moved away and into another group. The camera slips from my grip, but luckily the neck strap holds it safely against my chest. Okay, I need a break. I find an appropriate place to sneak outside and go around the building, slumping down against the brick siding. It's really twilight now. The ocean's reflection of the sun is getting very close to meeting the real thing. My phone buzzes once more, and something in me jumps. It's not fear, though, just wish I knew what it was. Olivia sends a video of Guts running around a maze she put together using cardboard and school supplies. When he comes out the other end, she gives him a grape to bite into in her palm. I was never really fond of rodents, but seeing Olivia's videos and little doodles is really starting to sway me. You'll become a regular Matt McMuscles yet. You've already got the baldness going for you. There's something about seeing Olivia having such a strong bond with Guts and caring for him that just warms my heart. It's hard to believe that this is the same girl that used to give me nothing but icy stares when I first met her. I'm glad she feels comfortable enough with me to let her defenses down and be herself. As I continue snapping photos, my trek around the hall to find good photo ops leads me to the stage where the DJ once was. Hope I never end up like Frank. That'll be a horrible, 48 hours? Oh my god. I might play Dead Rising on this channel one day, who knows. Shame that I didn't get any good shots of him while he was here. Maybe Ben got some decent pictures. Looking through the camera lens, I see that there's a gentleman sitting on the steps that leads up to the stage. Oh my god. Oh, that one was a little violent. Finishing off a cigarette. There's someone over on the steps taking a deep drag of a cigarette and blowing the smoke up towards the window. A truly iconic display of suavite. But before I know it, I've taken several shots. He seems like he wants to be left alone, but he doesn't mind, right? Hey, kid. I didn't know that. He's supposed to be the B guy from Venture Bros. I haven't watched it yet. I'll get to Venture Bros one day, so I don't know what the character's voice sounds like, so I'll just do whatever. At least get my good side, will ya? Oh. Yeah. You know what? Let's see what he sounds like, actually. Let's see what exact character he's supposed to be. Ew, what the fuck? Now he's got the wavy fucker, whatever's. Best of season 4. Okay, I see the character he's supposed to. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this. What the hell was that?
This little get up and go works like a samurai mask.
Alright, look. I don't have Hank, okay? What'd you lose?
Okay, that's what he's supposed to sound like. Okay, I'll do that then. I wasn't far off, so. Alright, what I was doing last time, I was looking at the guy's voice to see what he actually sounds like. Now, you can't see it because I'm recording the game window itself. So, but you can hear the desktop audio, and there's this dude's ass. What the fuck?
Genital formal wear. I'm ready.
You're not wearing that, are you?
This little get up and go works like a samurai mask.
Oh, what are you trying to pull? Wild horses couldn't get Hank to take off Brock's old jacket. This can't be Hank. Alright, look. I don't have Hank, okay? What'd you lose him? How do you lose a Hank? Same way you just lost $10 million, genius! It's Ben!
Oh, he's on Brock's team.
Oh my god! What the hell, man? Genital formal wear. Oh my lord. I don't have Hank, okay? I don't know, that's the best I can do. Anyways, and the music was playing over it, so that might make it weird to listen to. Hey, kid. At least get my good side, will ya? Oh. I stepped closer, readjusting my camera settings and scrambling for an explanation. Sorry about that. I was unsure if you wanted the attention. It's alright. People say I got a kinda resting bitch face. Though I can't lie, I'm pretty exhausted, kid. Especially after I had to carry the new missus down the aisle all the way to the car. Well, good for him, I guess. So this is the groom. So, you gonna take a photo or what? Oh, right, sorry. I raise my camera. The groom takes a thinker-esque pose. A Matt Pat-esque pose, taking a drag from his cigarette. After a few clicks and a couple of slight adjustments to my position, I believe I got some pretty good shots in there. There we are. The groom blows out a plume of smoke from his mouth before leaning over to see the captures. Smells like a Vegas hotel. I give the groom time to look at each photo thoroughly before moving to the next one. These are pretty good, kid. Managed to make this mug of mine look halfway decent. He lets out a scratchy chuckle as he takes another puff of his cigarette before snuffing what little was left onto the floor. Thanks. Say, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing all the way over here? It's your big day, isn't it? As the groom lets out another plume, he's already begun to dig up another cigarette. Lighting the new cig casually, he begins to inhale it. And keep inhaling it. He holds up a finger as he continues inhaling until the cigarette is finished, and he finally exhaling a stream of lung cancer slowly over the course of 30 seconds. Sir? Of course it is. Just having a little rest is all. I mean, this has been the happiest day of my life, but it's tiring as all hell. Damn it. Just keep letting go of it. The missus is certainly having fun, and yet in a few hours, when we're in our new, no longer bachelor pad, I'll be listening to her as she moans about how sore she is. The groom lets out another plume of smoke, this time through his nostrils. But hey, if that's the price I gotta pay, holy matrimony and all that jazz. Definitely feels like the groom is laying it on a bit thick to who is essentially a stranger to him, and yet I can understand what he means. These faces, what the fuck? You know, you've been going around the whole reception snapping photos. Why don't you take a break too? Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I did that. He motions his hand to the nearby stage as an available seat. I settle myself on the stage as the groom then fiddles with a small packet. Looking closer, it's a still-sealed pack of cigarettes. Trent told me a bit about you, you know. Who? Your camera teacher, or whatever he's called at your school. Says you're a good kid and all, though a bit clueless. Hey. The groom lets out another guffaw as he cracks open the pack of cigs and plucks out a fresh cancer stick. His words, not mine. How do you know him? We've known each other for ages. He actually helped me meet the missus. Funny how that works out. Whoa, Mr. Ideken was your wingman? Yeah, he always hated how I told him that. I'd give him a lift to some field trip he had to chaperone. Don't know why, he could have taken the school bus. But as soon as I got there, I met the rest of his co-workers, including my now would-be wife. Patero Prick tricked me into also chaperoning me. Patero Prick tricked me into also chaperoning too, saying I could use that time to get to know her better. Geez, maybe I should be asking him. No, I can't. Can't what? Nothing important. Have a teacher tell you how to court a lady friend, right? No. Another one of his students, your classmate, yeah? It's not like that. Yeah, come on. I know you want to talk about girls. I'm practically a grown man. I don't need this shit right now. That's always fun. Humor me a bit. She's just a good friend. The words taste bitter on my tongue for some odd reason. Hopefully a tiny little bitch raccoon won't tell me that I'm in the friend zone. Sure, kid, sure. We got a few more minutes of quiet while Bridezilla and her... That term makes a lot more sense in this world. And her maids of murder fight over that bouquet. I quickly glance over to see a woman twice my age wielding a folding chair like it was a battle axe. Trent can't help you there, but I can. So, this good friend of yours, what's she like? Well, it's a bit of a complicated history. No? I mean, when I first met her, she was very cynical and sarcastic. Now that I think about it, she's still cynical and sarcastic. Now more than ever, it seems. Well, she's still sarcastic, but in a light-hearted way. Even with her friends, she was a little distant. But when she's painting or gushing about some franchise or obscure anime, I don't think a Gundam is that obscure. There's this unashamed excitement and passion in it. I haven't met anyone with that kind of energy before. And once you get to know her, she's just nice under it all. That everything? Well, yeah. I think she drew me carrying her once. Well, shoot. He slides the ring off his finger and holds it up to me. I was about to, before that came up, I was about to say, you want this? You want this? Sounds like you need it more than me. Kidding, I'm kidding. Dang, sounds pretty cut and dry to me. Never had a crush before. Well, not on anyone I know personally. Your folks together? Yeah. They love each other too, yeah? Yeah, I guess they do. You guess. It's complicated. They're around so little, I don't even know what their love looks like, how they interact, if they even love each other at all. They've never told me their story while they're together. Well, it'll go on a few seasons, you know what I mean? The idea of somebody always taking a perfect photo is pretty funny, I will say that. Anything that would prepare me for the future was outsourced. As far back as I remember, whenever my parents weren't around, there was a screen nearby. And they weren't around often. I've always had that little electronic friend in my pocket telling me how great I was at everything. That's been my only help to get through life. All the best ways to have the best friendships, hobbies, romance. But it feels worthless now. I'm not prepared. I don't even know what this is love. If what this is love. But what is love? Wait a minute. Sorry. This guy seems to think so, though. He'll help me out. I see him putting some words together now. Let me give you a little antidote, kid. The groom finally lights the cigarette, though this time he's slow to puff on it. See my beautiful bride over there? I sure do. He motions with a dull ember of his smoke to where the bridesmaids were still violently wrestling with the bride acted as referee. Sorry. Even if we never met, and this was a happenstance meeting, I'd see her over there. And I just know I love her. Yeah? Yep. Is that it? Yeah. Aren't you trying to give me a little push to convince me I like this girl? You're the one who wanted advice. There it is. I thought you were going to go on a bit more about love. Why the hell would I give a speech about love? I know what it is. You know what it is. But there's no groundbreaking advice that'll make everything make sense. And you don't need me to convince you. We're all just getting advice from the unlikeliest of places. That'll make everything make sense. And you don't need me to convince you. You're just looking for reasons to not believe what's right in front of you. Oh. Break's over. Gotta run. The man gets up, dusting off his pants and flicking the cigarette butt into the trash. Hey, take some great pictures for me, will ya? No more moping. You're on the clock. He jogs into the crowd to meet up with his bride. My phone buzzes in my pocket. What timing? I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone, squinting at the screen. An unread notification from our group chat. Shoot, do I have time to be on my phone right now? Maybe I can talk to Damien about this. Oh. He's known Olivia for a while. Ben and Olivia used to be friends too, right? Would he be able to help? I should probably focus on what I'm here to do. Besides, I don't want to let the groom down. But this is Olivia we're talking about. I don't want to do anything without knowing as much as I can. This seems important. How about that? I can't go into this without being prepared. I really don't want to let Olivia down, especially after all I've done for her. What kind of things does Olivia like? Hell, what kinds of things do girls in general like? I might be able to find some pointers online, too. Don't. By the end, I can be a good boyfriend. I just need to figure out how. When I reach for my phone, my fingers brush the camera that still hung around my neck. Wait, I still need to take these pictures, so I can't just drop this entirely. And I definitely don't want to let Idakin down, even though I'm not that good. Well, Ben's been on top of his game all night. Even now, he's still snapping up shots, so I'm sure Idakin will have enough by the end of the night. It's not like I'm offering anything crazy valuable here. I meander to the far wall of the hall and try and find a way to slip outside. Phone in hand, I scroll through my previous calls to find Damien. He'll have all the info I need. And he called me the other week to ask if the following day was a school holiday. On a Saturday. There it is, just what I needed. And now as I listen to the dial tone, all I can do is wait. Come on, pick up. The cool evening air of autumn nips at my skin, with a slow breeze ruffling the branches of nearby trees. Some leaves are blown lazily off their branches, drifting with each other to a songless dance. I did always prefer nature photography. It's a lot less hectic compared to tonight. I like that. Hello? Payne residence. Huh? Oh, sorry, Mrs. Payne. I thought this was Damien's phone. It is. He left his phone on the table while he takes the trash out. One moment. Damien, sweetie, you have a school friend on the phone. Aw, Ma, I told you not to answer these spam calls. It's Inko. Oh, snap. Cool. Thanks, Mom. Hey, Inko. I can make out the frantic shuffling of the phone. What do you need me for? Okay, just play it cool. Right, I wanted to ask about... Wait, how do I even ask him this? Well, I want to be a better friend for Olivia, right? Yeah, I'm following. I was wondering if you knew anything else I should know, you know? The silence lets me know how stupid that sounded. Huh? Well, I think she likes anime and soda and the arcade. Gee, really. But didn't you all know all this already? I do, yes. But I mean, like, anything a bit further than that. I mean, you like Olivia, don't you, Inko? Sorry. You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? I didn't say that. Despite the stiff breeze, I can feel my face burning up. Shut up. Say it. Say what? I don't need to tell you nothing, and I got all day to wait. Do you? Damien, I'm serious. I need some help here. I'm serious too. Come on, say it. I'm not confirming or denying this information. Or denying anything. I should hang up then. See you at school tomorrow, Inko, my man. Ah, damn it, fine. Damien. Yes? I take a deep breath and I say it with my chest out. Alright, I like her. Who? Who do you mean? I don't know this her. Come on! Olivia. Huh? What? What about her? What about Olivia? I'm not hearing complete sentences here. Screw you. I like Olivia. I want to know what advice you have as her friend. I'm serious. There we go. In all seriousness, I don't have much for you. I haven't thought of Olivia that way since, like, 3rd grade. I don't got anything game-changing for you. Great. But hey, I'm here for you, man. Just don't act a fool and start wilding out, you know? It's a lot harder than it looks, man. Not in the slightest. I'm saying, look, you're calling because you think there's some big secret here, right? And I'm telling you, there isn't one. And that in itself is an advantage. You don't need to be focusing on, like, strategy. Just let it happen. Wait, does she know? No, I don't think so. I think she likes me too, maybe, perhaps. Well, yeah, that's the long and short of what I got. Have you ever been in a relationship, Damien? A few. Nothing serious, though. Hey, want to go to the school dance? That sort of thing. Never went anywhere, you know. Yeah. Alright, I should get back to it. Sorry to bother. Hey, call anytime, man. Thanks. Be seeing you. See you later, Gator. I fight the urge to throw my phone into the brick wall. That was completely pointless. I place a hand on my forehead and take a deep breath. At this point, I should just try to get some photos to look somewhat competent at my job. I slip my phone into my pocket, grab my camera, and begin walking around the hall, doing my best to look for opportunities to snap some decent shots. I do a lap around the hall. Even then, I'm still struggling to find anything good. It isn't long before I notice Ben across from me, and from the looks of it, he's managing a fair bit better than I am. Not only is he finding better shots than I am, but the guests are going to him to ask for shots. Actually, the more I think about it, Ben might actually have some decent advice to give, right? Better than what I got from Damien, at least. I surreptitiously maneuver around the various wedding goers impeding my path, trying to get to Ben. Eventually, I have an opening while Ben is currently taking a picture of another couple by their table. Not wanting to seem like I'm lost, I try to blend in and join them. I get near Ben and get down on one knee to take alternate angled shots of the couple. As if he had a sixth sense, Ben quickly noticed my presence, shocked that I was next to him. Inko, what are you doing? I just wanted to get some alternate shots for the lovely couple, just in case they would like them, you know. I give off an awkward laugh, though it's not amusing to Ben. He gives me an icy glare that sends shivers down my spine, as I've clearly stepped into his territory. I think it might be more efficient if we worked in different parts of the venue. What if there are people over there that want their picture taken? If the people over there wanted a picture, I wouldn't be here in the first place. Ben wordlessly goes back to snapping photos. I get back on my feet and lean close to the preoccupied Parasaurolophus, or Oliphus, to talk to him. Look, Ben, I need some advice. Thank you, young man. No problem, ma'am. Finished with the couple's photos, Ben turns around and begins to hoof it down the venue to look for more photo ops. I match his pace in order to keep up with him. Advice, you say? It's about Olivia. Mentioning the Baronics stops Ben dead in his tracks. He turns around to face me. What about Olivia? Well, it's just that, I take a deep breath and to steady myself. The thing is, I think I love Olivia. Ben's face goes from confusion to sheer surprise, his eyes going as big as his glasses. Wait, what? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. This might sound a little different. And since you've known her for longer, I figured I could ask you some things about her. Ben? Ben! Don't start doing that zoning out shit on me. I'm supposed to do it to you. What? Sorry, I must have misheard you. You said you're in love with Olivia, and, I did, or I think I am. Look, I don't really know, but I'm asking for some help, and... The Parasaur clasps his hands on my shoulders and smiles broadly. This is wonderful news. Olivia's always been a bit of a loner, but to know that someone likes her like that is just fantastic. His arm wraps around my neck and he starts dragging me away from the wedding crowd. Okay, right. So you want to know more about Olivia, yeah? We used to be the best of friends way, way back. I find that a little hard to believe. I paid close attention to Ben as he went over his history with the girl I may or may not love. A part of me wanted to take notes on my phone as he listed down all the shows they used to watch together. By the time he hits the cues, there's probably not that many cues when it comes to these lists that you go through on websites. When they're all listed out like that, I'd noticed that some of the guests have left. Should I be writing all of this down? I think you'll be fine. Unless Olivia's even changed music tastes in the last 3 years. 3? Aren't you talking about her these days? I mean, not as much as I used to. It's been a while since we've had a sit down. Wait, but Mia came and told us you wanted to talk with her at lunch. I have no idea what you're talking about. Huh. I thought you were above gossip, Inko. Sorry. Anyways, Olivia and I don't talk much, but I think we should. Hell, if I was around more, I could have helped you two get to know each other sooner. Maybe even... A shrill cry interrupts us. Across the room, the newlyweds are in some altercation. I guess it's the time of the night for the groom to carry the bride out, but for some reason she's riding piggyback like a grade schooler. laughs to himself maniacally while she complains and holds on to his hair to keep balance. What? Wait, are they getting into a fight? Like, is that a thing in Venture Bros? Well, that relationship isn't going to last. Inko? Yeah, sorry. Back on track. What's important is that you always be mindful of her condition. Her condition. You know what I mean. Olivia absolutely hates special treatment, and it can get to a point where that in itself is a burden and weighs down her friends. Refusing to accept help to the point she becomes a problem for those around her. I hope I never see that one again. It'll mean trouble's around. There's going to be lots of trouble. Ben sighs. I would know. Are you talking about how Olivia tries to do things on her own? Yeah, like, for all the times I've tried to help her out, she just gets all pouty and silent as if I was stepping on her toes. No wonder people try to avoid her, you know? You can't just keep pushing people away. I care about Olivia, but she doesn't do herself any favors. Truth be told, I'm a bit excited to hear this from you. If you could get through to her, we could be friends again. I'd definitely do it right this time. I don't want to impose anything on her. That wouldn't be right. Well, you see, that's exactly what you want to avoid. Otherwise, your relationship is going to be one-sided. One-sided. Relationships are all about mutual respect for one another. Anything less than that is unreasonable. Without that understanding, it's doomed to fail. And one thing to understand Olivia is that her condition needs special considerations, ones that she doesn't fully agree with. So you have to account for that from her, otherwise it won't work out. Is that why you two stopped talking? Alright, you boys ready to pack up? Pretty long night, huh? Our teacher looks haggard as he walks up to us. His wings are dragging on the floor, and he's propping himself up with one of the light stands we'd brought. Despite his exhaustion, he is grinning widely. You two enjoy your first work experience? Oh, absolutely, Mr. Atkin. I managed to load up both of the memory cards you gave to me, and I even managed to try out the different kinds of lenses you had brought. Good to hear, Ben. What about you, Inko? Well, if I'm being honest with you, I wasn't on my A game tonight. Well, I suppose it is a tough order to start with. So many things to account for, and, no, I meant that I didn't really get that many good shots, Mr. Atkin. I didn't even finish the first card you'd given me. I see. Well, when we go through these next week, I'm sure they'll be fine. Oh, definitely. The groom saunters up with a huge grin on his face, slinging an arm around our teacher's shoulder. I can't wait to see these. Atkin straightens up and shrugs the arm off, turning to the newly married man. You'll see him when you see him. My team still needs to go through all the pictures and weed out the chaff. Come on. Can't you give your buddy a preview or something? Atkin sighs a bit. Hey, it's your special day. Ben, could you go fetch the laptop and card reader? Yes, sir. Inko, while he's doing that, can you start packing up everything into the trunk? Sure thing, Mr. Radican, sir. Before I turn away to start, the retired Patero takes the camera from me. We can sit at that table over there. The two older men head off, leaving Ben and I to get started on packing everything up. While Ben and I are busy dismantling the multitude of standing flashes and lamps, the bride, groom, and Mr. Ideken sits at a cleaned-up table with a laptop before them. I can't really make out what they're saying, but I can kind of tell based on the way the three switch between quietly focused and laughing loudly. By the time the back of the car is loaded up, the last of the wedding party has departed. Nothing left to do, Ben and I linger a bit behind the group. Think about it, alright? My advice. Olivia does need help. If you're really aiming to ask her out, keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Thanks, Ben. No problem. And we're done. Yeah, don't want to keep the missus waiting too long. Not tonight. Blech. Ugh. Freak. Sorry. Blech. Alright, good night, everyone. He points to me for a moment. And good luck to you, little guy. Be seeing you, Mal. The groom saunters off. You two ready to go? Yeah, I'm pretty beat. My legs are killing me. Feels like my shins are about to explode. Better get used to that pain, Inko. Plenty more of that to come once we start doing all-day events like sports matches and or air shows. Any advice you can give me to avoid the pain? Ben taps his chinny chin chin. Comfy shoes, good soles, and plenty of squats to build up your leg strength. Maybe also going out for power walks and jogs to really build muscles. Great, even when I pick a career choice that doesn't involve physical activity, I still somehow winding up having to exercise in order to be successful. Either way, it's not long before we climb into the car and begin our journey back to the school. I settle into the rhythmic motions of the car as it glides along the road. The cityscape of Volcadero Bluffs passes by, and I can't help but admire it. The mood is quickly killed, however, as Ben calls a certain red-scaled girl. The saccharine lovey-dovey talk makes my head hurt, and I can guess by his expression that Ideken feels the same way. Ugh. He changes the subject by asking if my parents can pick me up. Looks like I'll be taking the late-night metro home. Still, I had fun today.